Benny and Jet are two kittens that came into us. They were about 6 weeks old. A Good Samaritan had brought them in. He had reported that his girlfriend had witnessed a couple of neighborhood kids beating these two kittens with a hammer. They couldn't walk very well when we took them out of the box. They kept picking their feet up as if they hurt. And it's at that point where we noticed that there was some tightly wrapped rubber bands wrapped around their front feet, and it was causing them a lot of discomfort. They didn't have any feeling in their feet.
Jet's paw was swollen about 4 times normal size. We removed the rubber bands, soaked the paws, put the kittens on pain medication as well as antibiotics. The other kitten, Benny, his paw got worse, so we scheduled him for an amputation and removed the leg. He didn't miss a beat. He was up and moving around like nothing ever happened.
They're so indicative of the spirit that these animals really have. What a wonderful feeling to be able to take those two little kittens and give them exactly what they needed, and now know that they're in wonderful homes. We do thousands of adoptions a year. We can't get enough of the happy endings.
Madeline is a dog that came to our shelter through our Humane Investigations Department. A concerned citizen had made a call regarding her condition. She was in a backyard and she had wounds to her neck from a collar that had been allowed to grow embedded into her neck. And I think it was probably the worst embedded collar I had ever seen. It was actually embedded in 2 places. It was so bad that the skin had started growing over the chain that was in her neck.
There are actually 3 things that stand out the most for me about Madeline's situation. The first is the severity of her injuries. The second is the sheer determination of Madeline to survive her ordeal. And the third was just her good-naturedness. The minute I approached her, she started wagging her tail. She was beaming with joy to see me.
We had a lot of staff involved in helping to clean up those wounds, trim them up, wash them down, and then she also had to be on an extensive course of antibiotics. The other thing that resulted because of these 2 embedded collars is she had an area between the 2 wounds that had filled up with fluid, so she had to have 2 surgeries to kind of reduce that tissue and make that area a little bit more exposed to air so it could heal appropriately.
She is very inquisitive, very, very gentle to get your attention. If you're ignoring her, she just steals everything in sight. Madeline, bring it here. She's just now starting to sleep with us at night, and she's finally sleeping until about 7:15 now instead of 5:30, 6 o'clock, which is really nice. And it's done wonders for my husband because now he has to pick up all his stuff because there's socks and shirts and everything's all over the house, and she takes it. She's completed our life. She really has.
Madeline is the home that I think she dreamed of. I sort of envision Madeline as, and I think this is what sort of got her through her ordeal, is that I see her bedding down at night among all the rats, the flies, the debris, and dreaming that by, sometime, some morning, somebody's going to come by and take her out of here. And she made that dream come true. She really did. And I'm really happy for her.
People who devote their lives to helping animals should never have to be making decisions about whether an animal lives or dies just because of money. We need to actually get to a point where the Second Chance Fund goes away because we can help every single animal, no matter what, coming through the door. But until that day comes, the Second Chance Fund is something we absolutely cherish and is allowing us to do so much more than we were able to do before.
There are a lot of animals who benefit from the Second Chance Fund. They can't tell you thank you, but we can, so thank you.